for our next example. As much as this one looks like it's going to factor, and sometimes they do, x and x, the problem here is that even if I try negative and a positive, the problem is keep the sign of the bigger number. 1 times 7 gives me negative 7, but they don't combine to be negative 8. If I try putting them both as negative, that gives me negative 8, but now I have a positive 7. As much as it looks like it factors, it won't. Now I do want to point out that this will work. My A, my leading coefficient is 1. My B, my middle coefficient is negative 8. My C is negative 7. All I've got to do, and just go back up into the same quadratic formula, x is going to equal negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. All we've got to do is plug it in. Now, when we plug it in, we get minus negative a. Well, minus and negative is a plus, and we can look at that. It's always going to be the opposite. Plus minus the square root of, be careful with your substitution. Make sure it is in parentheses. I should have put it up here, but when it's positive, it doesn't matter. Minus 4 times 1 times negative 7. All divided by 2 times 1. Leaving me positive 8 plus minus, well, let's do that pause play effect again. Square root of negative 8 squared is 64. Minus 4 times 1 is negative 4 times negative 7 is a positive 28. But when I have that positive 28, that's going to combine with 24, get a 92. Now, I know it may be difficult. I'm kind of skipping some steps here. Breaking it up, 4 goes into it, is a square, times 23, which is nice because it's prime. Square root of 4 is 2 root 23. Now, remember, if 4 didn't go into it, if it was just something like a 2 goes into it, we don't have to break this down. It's kind of convenient that those have broken down already, but that ends up being a 2 root 23. Divided by 2 times 1 is 2 again, meaning divide both of them, giving us 4 plus minus 2 divided by 2 is 1 times root 23 is root 23, meaning my two answers that I put in Math Excel, 4 plus root 23 and 4 minus root 23. As horrible as those numbers look, those are values. Square root of 23 is a number. 5 squared is 25. So it's going to be a little bit smaller, maybe 4.8. 4 plus 4.8? 8.8. 8.8 is a number that if I come up here and plug it in, and again, that's a horribly rounded number. Within rounding error, it's going to be pretty close to 0. But anytime it's that radical, it's going to be the never repeating, never ending 0. Same thing with the subtraction.